Nigeria Governors Forum hails Supreme Court verdict on local government autonomy.
Never tampered with local government funds, so it's going to continue. What the local governments have to do is to manage themselves, especially with the upcoming minimum wage.
Operatives of Nigeria Civil Defense caution landowners on providing credible intelligence to tackle oil bunkering or risk forfeiture property to federal government. And scores injured, 22 dead as school building collapses during lab classes in Plateau State. Hello, thanks for joining us. This is the news at 11 on NTA News 24. We are live in Abuja. I am Charles Alpha. The Nigerian Governors Forum has expressed its acceptance of the Supreme Court verdict validating the autonomy of local government authorities in the country. By its verdict on Thursday, the Apex Court outlaws the current practice in which the funds due to the local government authorities have been credited to the state government's account. In an interview with State House correspondents after their visit to President Bola Tinubu, chairman of the Nigerian Governors and Governor of Kwara State, and his colleagues from Bauchi and Imo states described the Supreme Court judgment as a welcome development.
Welcome the ruling of the Supreme Court. Compliance is a given. And our Attorney Generals have applied for the enrollment order, which we'll study carefully. But by and large, governors are happy with the devolution of power in respect to local government autonomy.
The Governors Forum equally expresses belief that the verdict will reduce the burden of the state government.
People really don't know how much states expense in building out local governments, and that's the issue there. It's not going to affect the states. We've never tampered with local government funds, so it's going to continue. What the local governments have to do is to manage themselves, especially with the upcoming minimum wage, to manage their affairs and make sure salaries are paid. Traditional rulers get the 5%. And those are the main issues.
The Inter-Party Advisory Council commends the Supreme Court's landmark judgment granting financial autonomy to local government. Chairman of the Council, Yusuf Maman Dantale, at a General Assembly meeting of the Council in Abuja, described it as a masterstroke that has broken the grip of state governors on Council funds. Timothy Yusuf reports.
With this historic judgment, Nigerians expect rapid development of local government areas.
National Chairman of IPAC, Yusuf Maman Dantale, expressed his appreciation for the judgment, emphasizing that it represents a significant victory for democracy and development in Nigeria. IPAC is urging the EFCC to monitor the funds released to local governments to ensure they are used for the people's benefit.
The judiciary has again shown that it is the temple of justice and beacon of hope for all aggrieved people. The judgment has restored citizens' confidence in the judiciary as we strive to fix the nation and make it greater once again.
The Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room has similarly applauded the decision of the Supreme Court directing the federal government to pay allocations directly to local government councils from the Federation account and withhold allocations of local governments governed by unelected officials appointed by state governors. The Situation Room considers this judicial pronouncement a vital intervention in Nigeria's democratic development and calls on the state governments to comply with the decision forthwith and strengthen the institution of governance at the grassroots by ensuring that local governments can deliver essential services without hindrance. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Audi, says the Corps is behind any move to address educational qualification disparity between higher national diploma and bachelor degree in its employment, promotion, and assigned duties. The CG stated this during his appearance before the House of Representatives Committee on Public Service Matter. National Assembly correspondent Isa Mohammed reports.
The issue of educational qualification disparity between higher national diploma and bachelor degree has for long been a subject of concern in private and public service in Nigeria. For this, the National Assembly has taken the bull by the horn to address the issue, as the 9th National Assembly, as well as previous ones, have passed the bill to abolish the dichotomy waiting for presidential assent.
We are here to ascertain the extent to which HND holders have been affected by career stagnation compared to their counterparts with bachelor degrees. Our goal is to understand the root causes, evaluate the impact on the morale and efficiency of the corps, and propose actionable recommendations to address and rectify any discriminatory practices.
There must be an examination conducted, and the persons so designated to be selected will have passed the exams. Next one is, that's what is called federal character representation.
The committee says the National Assembly is not out to witch hunt any individual, agency or organization, but to intervene in resolving problems in the society. It is expected that other agencies to follow suit in resolving and bringing to an end the dichotomy issue for the good of all. From the National Assembly, Isa Muhammad, NTA News.
The Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives Benjamin Kalu, has urged foreign investors to adhere to Nigerian labor laws while doing business in the country. Kalu made the call when he received a delegation from Qingdao Municipal Council, China, led by the chairman of the Standing Committee of Qingdao Municipal People's Congress, Wang Lumin, on a visit to the National Assembly. The Deputy Speaker assured the guests that the 10th Assembly is ready to make legislative interventions that will make the business climate in the country more investor-friendly. Wang Lumin said the Chinese delegation is open to partnership in technology, vocational education, and talent training towards addressing unemployment challenges in Nigeria. Now, the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Lokobre, says the federal government has approved $21 million for the metering of the 187 flow stations in the country. The minister made this known while briefing energy correspondent in Abuja, Lydia Sampson reports.
Petrol flow stations, also known as fuel depots or terminals, are facilities that store and distribute petroleum products such as gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel to retailers, commercial customers, and consumers. These stations play a crucial role in the downstream oil and gas industry, ensuring the smooth flow of petroleum products to end users. Metering and measuring systems remain crucial for tracking inventory and flow rates. These, the minister said, will also deepen transparency and accountability.
So it is better we go what other countries do, bring technology. It is only somebody, a government that is transparent, that will be introducing technology. Once you eliminate the human element by bringing technology, all these questions will be answered, seamlessly. So I want to assure you that government is taking very proactive steps, starting with the metering of the 187 flow stations across the Niger Delta.
He's optimistic that the initiative by the federal government will provide clarity in the supply complexity and go a long way towards sanitizing the downstream petroleum sector. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has cautioned landowners, particularly in Ukwa West local government area of Abia State to provide credible intelligence towards tackling oil bunkering in the area or risk forfeiture of their property to the federal government. The commander of the CG's Special Intelligence Squad, Apollos Dandaura, sounded this warning when he led newsmen on an on-the-spot assessment of oil installation in Ukwa West local government area of Abia State and Rivers State, respectively. Dennis Temple reports.
Serious surveillance will be intensified. We did not just restrict ourselves to this axis. No. As they are here, they enter different locations, Eche, Rivers, they entered this and that. Last week, we did some arrests and handed over to the various commands.
Ukwa West local government area of Abia State is on the news again, for this time for the wrong reason, as the activities of crude oil bunkering assumed a dangerous dimension to the extent that it poses significant threat to the economic stability and environmental safety of the area. To address this menace, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, is intensifying efforts to combat these criminal activities. It therefore wants community leaders, especially landowners, to join forces to combat the trend.
The landowner even make more money in this illegal refinery process than to farm in the land, because that when you produce some number of drums, the landowner is entitled to one drum.
The civil defense will get, because it's their core mandate, will get their result, and they are giving us support here and then. Every minute of the day I call them, they will be there for me. So I thank the civil defense, I thank the president of this country, I thank both the company that gave me this job, Pipeline Infrastructure. They won't try me, and to God be on my side, we are delivering.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has also forwarded attempts to reconstruct illegal refineries where over 50 items, including metallic drums used as ovens, galvanized pipes, and 30 metallic oven reservoirs were destroyed. Dennis Temple, NTA News.
An unfortunate situation occurred early hours of Friday when a two-story building in Busa Buji Jos collapsed with students undergoing normal academic activities. Ijoma Zomina reports that no fewer than 12 lives were lost in the incident.
It was a Black Friday for Jos residents as they witnessed the collapse of a two-story school building of Saints Academy Primary and Secondary School Busabuji, which was constructed in 2009. According to an eyewitness, a loud bang preceded the collapse of the building, which had students writing the NECO and the promotion exams.
Standing in front of the building, just watching them passing. Suddenly we heard a noise with one kind of dust. When we rushed to this place, that was when we started seeing some students trying to force themselves out with the pillars holding some of them.
Rescue operations from the military, police, SEMA, NEMA and Red Cross, as well as residents of Jos, were handy to take the casualties to the nearest medical facility.
We quickly mobilized our volunteers and other collaborating agencies coming here to start doing search and rescue, in which we were able to start rescuing, and we rescue many.
The remaining buildings posing threat to the environment. So there was a superior directive that everything should be brought down to avert more disasters.
Plateau State Commissioner for Information, Musa Ashams, says thorough investigation will be carried out to determine the cause of the building collapse.
About 90 or so have been evacuated to the hospitals. We have about 77 that are in different states that have different degrees of injury.
Meanwhile, investigations is on to ascertain the number of casualties. In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu received the news of the tragic collapse of school building, which resulted in multiple deaths and many surviving victims in Jos Plateau State, with profound grief. A statement by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Jirin Galali, says the president describes the unfortunate incident as a huge loss to the nation, as well as a devastating development too excruciating to imagine. The President condoles with the bereaved families of all the victims and the people and government of Plateau State. President Tinubu also commends emergency responders, the National Emergency Management Agency, State Emergency Management Agency, security agencies, and all citizens involved in the search, rescue, and resuscitation efforts. The President assures the people of Plateau State of his fervent support at this difficult time of grief. We will take a quick break now. Please stay with us for more reports ahead. Thank you for staying with us. Two core members of the National Youth Service Corps Permanent Orientation Camp in Murekiti have been hospitalized, having sustained varying degrees of injuries as the female hostel bathroom collapsed early Friday morning while they were taking their bath. Olukemi Sani has the details of that report.
In the camp was the female hostel, which caved in Friday morning when the female corps members were bathing. The two corps members who were rescued are now stable and are receiving medical attention at the Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital in Ado-Ekiti. Meanwhile, activities at the camp are ongoing, with the corps members going about their orientation programs. The NYSC Ekiti State Coordinator Rico Shuaibu called for calm, saying that the situation is under control.
But very fortunate, those two corps members, they are healthy now and they are okay. Probably there's probability that they may discharge them tomorrow. So it's not a building that collapsed. And our camp, the activity in the camp is going on.
Parents and guardians are admonished to remain calm as the management of the NYSC is committed to ensuring the safety of all corps members, including camp officials. From Isiorun, Emure-Ekiti, Olukemi Sani, NTA News.
National Center for Technology Management partners technology experts in empowering youth through apprenticeship to create businesses while leveraging on information technology. Stephen Lonai Wakolo reports that the graduates from the apprenticeship scheme were enjoyed to contribute their quota towards innovative capabilities of the country. The reports.
In line with the mandate of supporting sustainable development through technological advancement, National Center for Technology Management (NACITEM) is partnering with SAFITA, a private sector organization, to train young Nigerians as well as build institutions to manage technological changes through jobs creation, growing the economy, among other strategic objectives. Representative of the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology and Director General, National Center for Technology Management (NACITEM), Ulushola Odusoya, explains federal government's effort at inculcating knowledge through apprenticeship schemes and partnership with the private sector.
How do you construct knowledge in such a site? It is through this kind of thing, apprenticeship, when we all come together and begin to ask questions, interrogate ourselves, and ask ourselves where we have gone wrong and where we can get things right.
Chief Executive Officer of Safita Technology, Amu Ogbede, says the partnership with the federal government is aimed at creating 2 million jobs using the tools of technology.
What's the story behind Tech Advantage? So the minister said
I want to create jobs. I want to improve the capacity of Nigeria and Nigerians to perform at a certain level. So there are three aspects to it. The first aspect is, how do you improve the capacity of people to earn?
Technology Advantage expert Chinedu Ogbede gives insights into the apprenticeship workshop.
Honorable Minister of Innovation, Science and Tech has said for Tech Advantage, it is a credible project. So we take that credibility and we take it and we build, because the whole platform is built on credibility and creating solutions for entrepreneurs, creating solutions for aspiring entrepreneurs, and sellers, technicians, and even ordinary customers can now even have better and easier accessible solutions for their tech issues.
NACITEM partnership with Safita is to foster effective use of technology for national development. In Abuja, Steve Lonai Waukulu, NTA News.
Eastern European nation of Belarus has a fair reputation of an industrialized country with a special interest in exports of heavy farm implements and agricultural products. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko says his country is eager to partner Nigeria in this area. He was speaking when he met with Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu in Belarus. Said House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
Highlighting agriculture, food processing, industry and education are some of the key areas of cooperation between the two countries. President Lukashenko says his country is aware of several possibilities in Africa's largest economy and willing to commit its resources and expertise to harnessing them for mutual benefits. In anticipation of further collaborations, he says it is the desire of his government to have Belarusian Foreign Affairs Minister visit Nigeria. While appreciating President Lukashenko for granting 20 Nigerian students full scholarship through our pet project, Renewed Hope Initiative, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu told our host that the RHI is widening the scope of women participation in agriculture by empowering them through the Women Agricultural Support Program. Earlier, the First Lady met with the Belarusian Minister of Education, Andrei Ivanets, who pointed out that there is currently a Nigerian student population of about 600 in the country, with many of them doing very well academically. He also informed the First Lady that the Belarusian government hopes to establish specialist training centers in Nigeria. During the First Lady's visit, she also met with the Speaker of Belarusian Parliament, Natalia Kuchanova, and members of the Women's Union of Belarus.
And back home, the federal government is supporting smallholder farmers who lost their ginger plantation as a result of an outbreak of disease. Damage caused by the disease known as ginger blight has affected Nigeria's foreign earnings from the export of the cash crop, and Musa Babali has the details.
This is what ginger plants look like. It is a root crop with high economic value. Nigeria is Africa's largest producer of the crop and the world's second largest. However, the production of the cash crop dropped drastically in 2023 due to the outbreak of ginger blight. This development has brought about a major challenge to the social and economic well-being of ginger farmers, mostly in Kaduna State. A farmer in Zankuwa, Kaduna State, told me he lost ginger worth 25 million naira in 2023 to the disease.
Some went to the bank, some went to individual, because they believe at the end of it they are going to do a bumper harvest. But very unfortunate, this disease or fungi disease came on board, and he hindered the production of ginger.
To this end, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Awakar Kyari, received the approval of the President for intervention. The National Agricultural Development Fund is therefore mandated to identify genuine farmers, train them on good agronomic practices, and encourage them to plant alternative crops.
The aim is to support the smallholder farmers to plant alternative crops, as their farmlands are not suitable for ginger cultivation for now. They are being supported with fertilizer, improved seeds, and chemicals.
We basically concentrated on those that own the smallest hectareage in terms of farmlands, and we've done this in 3 local governments that covered at least all the 7 local governments that were affected.
5,000 farmers with 0.5 to 1 hectares have been supported.
We'll now use this fertilizer to produce an alternative crop that will give them the opportunity to begin to secure ginger seeds whenever the disease is over.
Urea that we are now receiving here is 35,000 in the market, which of course the government alleviated from this very suffering that they are giving us this fertilizer. I'm very grateful.
Even though Nigeria ginger output this year will remain the same, the intervention by the National Agricultural Development Fund is expected to significantly increase maize and sorghum production in the country. From Kafanchan, Kaduna State, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
And this is where we end the news. Many thanks for watching. I am Charles Alpha.